Good day, beautiful people, wherever you are in the world. It's it's a beautiful day out here. I'm out here in nature today, and as you can see, there's cows everywhere. It's so beautiful out here. There's cows everywhere, and I'm also smiling as ever. So I welcome you today to the divine truth, where we bring out the truth in any concept. So once again, it's a beautiful, 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 beautiful day once again. And today I'm going to speak about being present while speaking and while doing something, while in action, and also while waiting. Waiting is the hard part. So in my journey, I've had this problem. Even now, I'm still having a bit of this problem. But hopefully today, and actually today, this problem is not going to be with me anymore. Sorry, I'm divorcing you, you problem. I'm divorcing you today, and I'm I'm just going into a newer version of myself. So I realized in my journey that I would be present in everything. I would be present while walking. I would be present in nature. I would be present while listening to somebody. I would be present. Sometimes I would be present while waking. And I would be present while doing everything that I'm used to do. But I would become unconscious when speaking, especially when I speak for a long time. I become unaware and I become unconscious when I speak for a long period of times, and I realized that I was actually caught up in time most of the times. And I would look at the time, I would start to look at the people, I would start to dive deep into them, just they just ingest all their energies, and then how they are impatiently waiting, then I will be uneased, then I would speak unconsciously. So, and sometimes while waiting I would think of what I'm waiting for, and I would be so impatient that I would want things to happen so quickly, so very fast. But recently the divine has been showing me this beautiful revelation every single time, and I can speak while being present. I can just be present and continue to speak and express myself. So yes, it's a beautiful day again. So diving deeper into it, I want to tell you that the reason why we could become unconscious when we are speaking, when we are in action, and sometimes when we are waiting, not that much, but sometimes when we are waiting, the simple reason is because when we start to speak, our breathing stops. And when we are not paying attention to our breathing, then we'll become unconscious. When we start to be in action, then our breathing also stops. And when we are not paying attention to our actions, to our breathing, then we'll become unaware. The brilliant sages of all times, they spoke about, they spoke a lot about how our breathing is essential to our awakening, that our only way for the soul to connect and align with the body is when we start to breathe. When we start to breathe, we start to align our will and with the will of the soul, and we start to be one with the universe. And we can be unconscious. One can be unconscious when they are breathing. So the only way for us to know if we are unconscious or conscious is to look at our breathing. If we are not aware of our breathing, we are unconscious. But if we are aware of our breathing, then we are conscious. It's so beautiful, isn't it? It's so beautiful that breathing can make so much of a bigger difference. That's why Jay Shetty, he said that when he arrived at monk school, the first thing that they taught him was breathing. Now do you realize how important and how essential is breathing? For example, if you want to speak from your natural voice, one must pay attention to their breathing, how we stop breathing for a moment as we speak, and we stop a moment just to grab some air. That's why they say the best and amazing speakers in the world are speakers who speaks and pause time and a time and a time and a time and again, because we run out of air. I always say speaking is like swimming. You have to hold your breath for a little bit longer, and after a while you have to come out of the water and start to breathe, and then from there, and so after you grab some air, you go back, dive into the water. So is speaking. When you're speaking, when you're in the process of speaking, then you are using up some air that you have actually breathed in. Then when you pause for a bit, you breathe in the air, and then you dive in back to the speaking, then you continue to speak. Even in action, especially action that we are not flowing in, we just have to collect so much air, and as we collect so much air, then we can continue in action. Then from there we may pause a bit and collect some more air, because the more we do action, we are using air. We use air to speak, we use air to be in action. That's so amazing right now. It's a revelation to me myself also, because I realize that as I focus more on my breathing in everything that I do, I'm able to collect more air in order to be able to speak and be in action. Because the most effective way to be a great speaker and to be a great doer in the world is when we pay more attention in action. Speakers like Jay Shetty, beautiful speakers, they help me a lot in my journey. Speakers like Eckhart Tolle, he helped me a lot in my spiritual journey. They are amazing beings, and when one pay attention to their breathing, then they can never ever lose themselves in breathing or in anything of that matter. As I'm speaking right now, I'm looking at beautiful animals as they are busy eating. I don't know if they are eating their lunch or they are just eating for supper. But the fact is that they are eating. So with that being said, the best and effective way for us to be great speakers in the world, for us to make a difference, for us to bring joy to the world, is to start to speak while take our time to breathe in, is to know that air is essential to our speaking, because we use air to express ourselves. We use air to be in action. We also use air to wait. Isn't that amazing? When one stops breathing, we literally dies, and when we die, we go back to the vibration and the frequency and the energy of fear. And in fear there's no patience, in fear there's no waiting, in fear there's no breathing, there's only unconsciousness. So as we become unconscious, like me myself, not that long ago, I used to be so unconscious every time when I would speak so long that I would go back to my unconsciousness and speak so very fast, because I used to speak so very fast in my journey. So it's amazing when we begin to take our time and speak, that we become more aware of everything that is around us while we are busy engaged in our speaking. So with that being said, beautiful people, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day, and have an amazing, have a magnificent day wherever you are. I said peace be unto you, be amazing, be magnificent, till we meet on the next video.